Today we are doing Good Lord, Lorrie by Turnpike Troubadours. We're starting out with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 D3s, and that is third finger on the D string. This is a double stop played with an open G. Ba 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 ba. So I'm bowing this as down, up, up, down, up. It's kind of more intermediate to get that bounce in. So you can always start off just going 3 3 3 3 3 1 3 on the D string with that G, open G double stop the whole time. And with the bounce, the next line is, now we're playing A open to A1 in one bow, and we're doing open to A1, A1, A1. And the double stop that we're playing with this is an open D. So you kind of notice a pattern here where if we're playing on the D string, our double stop string, meaning our open string that we're playing along with that, is the lower string. So it's open A1, 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 A open to A1 again with a A3, A open. So this whole line is, here's the whole first two lines with no double stops. And the next line is, does that sound familiar? Then the next line, it's the same thing that you just played on the A string, but you're playing it on the D string. So you're playing open A to A1, 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 open A to A1, A3, A open. Now we're just doing the same thing on the D string. I'm looking at it right here. Open D to D1, 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 D open, D1, D3, D open. And what do we do when we play on the D string? Let's try bringing in a low double stop with the G string. Sounds pretty good, right? So we have all together, and I'm going to play it first without the double stop, and then we'll add the double stop. Right? Adding the double stop. So now we're on the G string, which is the lowest string that we have. I have a lower string, but technically most violins or fiddles don't. So what this Turnpike Troubadours fiddle player does is he plays the open D string with the G string movements, if that makes sense. So it's G1 to G2, and then 2 Ds, and then it's a G2 down to G open. So it's, we're doing one of those kind of dips where I'm taking my second finger, first finger, second finger, third finger, pinky, or fourth finger. So I'm taking my second finger and I'm sliding it. So I'm taking it, I'm actually putting it in more of the first finger territory. So I'm sliding up to that G2 and then back down to an open G. Alright, that line's a little bit tricky, but you guys got this. That's our final line of this first segment. two last lines together without any double stops is... Right? With the double stop. We're kind of swapping back and forth between having the D string be the double stop and having the G string be the double stop in these last two lines. So if you're playing on the G string, you're going to have the D open double stop going, and if you're playing on the D string, you're going to have the G open string double stop going. Friends, you are halfway through with this. Great job. So now let's get into the last bit. What do we have so far here? So it starts very similar to the second line of the first half. A open to A1 and then two A1s with an open D double stop. So without that double stop it sounds like. And now we do the trickiest thing of this solo is we're gonna add a third finger double stop. So we're playing. You keep that A1, that first finger down, and you add your third finger on the D string to this. That's what it sounds like without playing the double stops. That's essentially the way to practice it, is just go A1, A open to A1, 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 and then open D to D3. And what you want to do is combine those two strings, the movement that's happening on both of those strings at the same time. So this is going to be really hard at first because you haven't necessarily trained yourself to know exactly where your third finger goes down on the D string. So ways that I would recommend practicing this is just look at where you... Okay, I'm making a mental image of where my third finger is hitting here. So I could even close my eyes. Well, actually, not yet. I'm not going to close my eyes. I'm going to... You know, you might not be looking at first and you might go... Right? So it's going to take time of looking and memorizing the spacing. And then trying to put those two together. To get it. Once you do that a number of times, for just a bunch of days in a row, or just a bunch of days period, it's gonna get under your fingers and you're gonna be able to just... You're just gonna know because you're gonna have that muscle memory. Alright, that was a tangent and a half. Let's get back to it. The next part is beautiful. It's open D to D1 and then two D1s. You see this motif a lot in this, right? We're doing... We have this da-da-da-da, that kind of rhythm is happening throughout this whole solo, and that's a super fiddly rhythm. Anyway, right, so the second line is... Gonna play a G open G string double stop with that. So it's a trill, D1310 open. And how we practice trills, if this is one of your first tutorials that you're watching, is we just play the notes. We think, okay, it's D, 1, 3, 1, open. And then you just kind of get faster with that. And then we've got this G1, G2, and then 2 open Ds, and then another big slide into G2 down to G open. So the third line of this. Adding the double stops. And then, so it's just open G, G1, G2, open D, and then D1, 3, open. Good job, everybody. Minimal double stops. With the double stops. And now here's the entire thing with double stops. And super fast, because that's fun. Nice job, everybody!